We're back now with our breaking news tonight. Jim Bob, Michelle Duggar speaking out about their son Josh and the sexual molestation scandal surrounding their family. Back with me now, Lisa Bloom, Janet Johnson, John Cafaro, and Nichelle Turner, and relationship therapist Elizabeth Mandel and Nell Gibbon Daly, a psychotherapist and writer. I have to let you, doctor, respond to what Lisa Bloom said because you were raring to respond to that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let me first say that I'm not in disagreement with any of the comments that are made about holding the child responsible, holding the offender responsible. But from a clinical point of view, the tasks involved in helping this family heal are different than what the judicial system has to do. In fact, this is why these cases are so complex. So I was only trying to suggest that indeed the entire family, while there was one offender in this case as far as we know, and that's also a question, that's only as far as we know. But nonetheless, the entire family, particularly the parents, are most responsible for maintaining this behavior because it obviously was disclosed and then it continued on. So my only comment is that everyone in this family deserves compassion because they're all going to have to go through a pretty tough time if they're going to actually be able to deal with the denial on multiple levels and keeping the children safe. And let's not forget there's at least one victim who's not in the family that we haven't heard from either. Mm-hmm. And without knowing their stories and what really would be consistent with what Josh has said, we really only have anecdotal reports to go on here. So there's a lot of information that is still lost.
The parents say they feel like failures. Listen.
I think as parents, we felt, we're failures. Here we've tried to raise our kids to do what's right, to know what's right. And yet, one of our children made some really bad choices. And I think as a parent, we were devastated.
Nell, what does this do to a family?
I think it's obviously very devastating for the family. The one thing that concerns me is that when, in the last few years since they've been on television, they've come out and on certain political issues having certain very conservative stances on things. And I think that what I've heard in my community with my colleagues is that there was an element of self-righteousness sometimes that they portrayed in the family. And then now we see this side of them that they clearly hid, which, becomes very problematic both for the family to heal from.
Does it seem to you like they're speaking sort of above their heads, above their knowledge of the actual situation, the severity of the situation?
It does. It sounds like they're downplaying it to protect their reputation as a family. I think that part of the reason why they're doing this is to protect their children from, mockery. But ultimately, the parents need to come to terms with the truth, and the family, yes, needs to heal from this together.
Yeah. But they live with this. They're going to live with the stigma of this. Mm-hmm. They're still having to be in the same family and deal with the person who perpetrated this molestation or abuse. 19 children in the family, 4 abused, and then there's Josh. Do you think that they all need to be in therapy?
Oh, I mean, yeah. Yes.
You do?
Yes, obviously, yeah. I mean, the thing is that the treatment for what these girls went through would be different than what the perpetrator went through, and then obviously the ramifications just keep going outward, right? So having family therapy and individual therapy for all of the people involved is massively important.
Even 14 kids, even the kids who weren't involved.
Oh yeah, because look at what they're going to face going forward, just publicly, knowing that this has happened, and some of the children are still quite small. So how do they begin to make sense of this? And one of the ways that we do make sense of trauma that happens in a family is by talking about it.
Yeah. Is Nichelle Turner still with us, or did Nichelle?
No, I'm here, Don.
Okay.
I haven't left.
Okay, so Nichelle, tell us about Josh Duggar because he has kids, and doesn't he have one on the way?
Yeah. Yeah, 3 kids, 1 on the way, and yeah, he, we did hear him speak often from the Parents Research Council about very conservative views. He was taking a leadership role there, and that's kind of what has him, also in this situation is the fact that we heard him say, like the ladies were talking about, sounding a bit self-righteous on a lot of different issues, and now we're seeing kind of his past come back to haunt him.
Nichelle, does he have to talk?
It will be interesting. Well, he doesn't have to, but should he? Absolutely. And would we like for that to happen? Yes. And would I like for him to do that with me on Entertainment Tonight? Yeah.
I would love for him to do it right here
know why
on
that's
CNN
important,
Tonight.
Don?
On either one of these Tonight shows, but it's CNN Tonight preferably, and then to Michelle Turner. Because I really would, as a survivor, honestly, I really would like to talk to him and talk to this family, anyone in this family.
Yeah.
But I have to ask you, Lisa,
should
do you
talk
think
to
he should
you.
talk? Yeah, go ahead, Lisa. Should he talk?
Yeah, and you know why that's important? Because in 2002 to 2006, when this all went down, the family circled around to protect Josh Duggar. And today, in 2015, exactly the same thing is happening. The whole family is protecting Josh Duggar, who is at the center of this, who has not come forward to speak, even though he is a grown man. I think that's very sad. And you know what? Therapy is great. I'm all in favor of it for everybody in the family. But you know what's even better for victims? Accountability and justice. That's what I traffic in because I represent victims. A little accountability goes a long way
And
to healing victims.
As much as we all
No.
have faith and belief,
can't
and
talk.
I have faith and belief, but that is not therapy. God and religion are not therapy. You need professional therapy when you're dealing with this. We'll be right back, everyone. We'll continue to talk.
Our oath isn't an empty gesture. It isn't sealed with a pinky swear. It's the heart and soul of Terminix Nation. The Terminix Ultimate Protection Guarantee. A promise to destroy every spider, every roach, every foul pest in your home. A promise that is ironclad. 100% satisfaction or your money back. We'll meet them head on with our battle cry. Not here, not now, not in my house. Terminix.
You know the importance of heart health. You watch your diet, exercise, and may take an omega-3 supplement such as fish oil. But when it comes to omega-3s, it's the EPA and DHA that really matter for heart health. Not all omega-3 supplements are the same. Introducing Bayer Pro Ultra Omega-3 from the heart health experts at Bayer, with 2 times the concentration of EPA and DHA as the leading omega-3 supplement. Plus, it's the only brand with ProGel technology, proven to reduce fish burps. New Bayer Pro Ultra Omega-3.
What if one stalk of broccoli could protect you from cancer? What if one push-up could prevent heart disease?
One.
Wishful thinking, right? But there is one step you can take to help prevent another serious disease, pneumococcal pneumonia. One dose of the Prevnar 13 vaccine can help protect you from pneumococcal pneumonia, an illness that can cause coughing, chest pain, difficulty breathing, and may even put you in the hospital. Prevnar 13 is used in adults 50 and older to help prevent infections from 13 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. You should not receive Prevnar 13 if you have had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. If you have a weakened immune system, you may have a lower response to the vaccine. Common side effects were pain, redness or swelling at the injection site, limited arm movement, fatigue, headache, muscle or joint pain, less appetite, chills, or rash. Even if you've already been vaccinated with another pneumonia vaccine, Prevnar 13 may help provide additional protection.
Get this one done.
Ask your healthcare professional about Prevnar 13 today.
Have you ever wondered if you could get lucky in your hotel room? This really matters to me. Come on, Lucky. Hotel Trivago.
My lenses have a sunset mode and a partly sunny mode and an outside to inside mode.
Transitions lenses automatically filter just the right amount of light. Ask for Transitions Extra Active Lenses. Extra protection from light, outdoors, indoors, and in the car.
Hey, America. Still not sure whether to stay or go to your people?
Should I stay or should I go?
Well, this summer, stay with Choice Hotels twice and get a $50 gift card you can use for just about anything.
Go.
You always have a choice. Book now at choicehotels.com.
Just a good old boy.
What was that? It's an alert from Auto Trader. I just told them what we needed, and they go find it. Auto Trader can do that? Oh, look out!
With Auto Trader finding them a new car, the Dukes can find a way out. Find your car your way.
And when you bundle your home and auto insurance through Progressive, you'll save a bundle.
Jamie,
Right.
make a bad bundle joke. A buck goes in the jar.
I guess that's just how the cookie bundles. Now you're gonna have 2 bundles of joy.
I'm not pregnant.
I'm gonna go.
There you go.
Bundle bee coming. It was worth it.
Saving you a bundle when you bundle. Now that's Progressive.
Closed captioning brought to you by 1-800-PET-MEDS. Call or go online now for big savings and fast free shipping.
Pets are family, and we know it.
So trust 1-800-PET-MEDS for the exact same medications the vet sells, but for a lot less. Call or order online today.
All right, our breaking news now, the Duggar scandal. My guests are all back with me, so thank you for joining us. I want to know, is it fair to put the daughters out there, guests? Because let's listen to this soundbite where they talk about one of the daughters at least was awake, but they say not aware. Here it is.
The subsequent incidents after the first one involved daughters who were awake, or at least a couple of them.
There was a couple, yeah, and they didn't really understand though.
Yeah, what
happened because we went and talked to him.
It was more of his heart, his intent. He knew that it was wrong, but in theirs, they weren't even aware. It was like, you know, it wasn't to them. They didn't probably even understand that it was improper touch.
I mean, and now let's hear from the daughters.
They don't have a right to do this. This isn't, we're victims. They can't do this to us.
And yet they did.
And they did.
The system that was set up to protect kids, both those who make stupid mistakes or have problems like this in their life and the ones that are affected by those choices, it's greatly failed.
Lisa, should they be putting the daughters out there, you think?
That's up to the daughters. I would say to them, from the bottom of my heart, you have nothing to be ashamed of. You have done nothing wrong. I hope you will hold your heads high. The choices you make about your life are going to be what defines you. Not this crisis, not what the media's done, not what the police did, and certainly not what Josh Duggar did to you. You should not be upset about this.
Yeah.
You can define your own life.
I just have a few seconds here, John. Should the daughters be out there like that?
I think there's always the risk of re-traumatization with the daughters, and I would want to give them full freedom to sort of decide for that on their own, rather than just impose it on them. They've already been imposed upon, obviously, in some of the most egregious ways we can imagine.
John, Lisa, Janet, Elizabeth, thank you very much. Nell, I appreciate all of you, and to all of my guests who have joined me here this evening. We'll be right back.